Basically, what this is to prove or to demonstrate is learned helplessness. And I think learned helplessness goes into a lot of different things that we could talk about: pattern recognition and establishing patterns and kind of confirmation bias and all sorts of different phenomena that we experience in life. But why I think this is so interesting is because, as maybe you saw in a previous discussion with my buddy Bjorn, he actually asked an interesting question that I hadn't really thought about much, is that if people come in and they haven't had success with finances, do you have to establish a pattern of success, or can you just divorce that from where they are and start giving us some things to do to take over their finances? And I hadn't really thought about that deeply. But as I learned about learned helplessness, I was kind of thinking back to my own experiences here, where it's not just learned helpless, but it's like learning behavior or a stigma or a label that you get. And of course, learned helpless could be, you don't get it, you're dumb. I remember when I went to grade school, at the time I was in, I don't know, 5th or 6th grade. I don't remember when you take algebra, but they didn't offer algebra at that time. However, there were a few of us that really wanted to learn algebra. And so one of the teachers, the math teacher, said, hey, after class, after school, instead of an extracurricular sports or whatever, let's set up an algebra club and I'll teach you algebra. And so a few of us joined that. And I just remember a girl in my class named Jessica, beautiful girl, wonderful girl. I think she's doing very well in life. Good for her. But she wanted to take it too, and she just wasn't getting it. And she was just getting really frustrated. And I think part of the reason was because my friend Neil and I, who were entering math competitions at the time and taking math very seriously, had a leg up. And so some of the things that we were getting were things that we had already learned or trained ourselves on and were new to her. And she was just experiencing this learned helplessness. Like, here's the question. Teacher asks the question. Teacher poses the problem. Neil and Pete and some of the other people get it right away. And Jessica does not. And so she just gets really frustrated. And she doesn't make it through the semester of the club, unfortunately. Like I said, she's on to bigger and better things. Good for her. Hope she's doing well. I would love to catch up with her, by the way. But the thing I learned here is that if you start establishing patterns, whether it's, I can't learn something, I'm too dumb to do that. Oh, I've tried that multiple times before. Oh, they're a great investor. They've done it. Every time I invest in something, it goes down.